Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This message will be for September 29th through October 5th, and we'll have an intention for this weekend. If you find the message resonates or is helpful to your situation, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you'd like future messages, you can feel free to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's always welcome here, and I upload messages daily. I apologize in advance for my nose sounding stuffy. Not sure if it's allergies or cold yet, but I still have energy. I don't know why I always have energy. It's very rare I don't have energy. If I don't have energy, I know there's something wrong. So, Virgo, in the pre-shuffle, pre-meditation, I was getting the sense that in the past you did everything for everyone. And this week I feel like you really are starting to set boundaries and making a lot of positive personal choices, such as self-care, self-discovery, self-healing. Really just digging deep into situations and trying to have a better understanding of the parts that you played and maybe how you could have reacted differently in order to bring about a different circumstance. It's an amazing place to be, an amazing feeling. One thing that I had to work on when I was starting my process is worrying about other people. I didn't want other people to feel left out or left behind, and I sometimes felt guilty for having to say no. So I just am feeling compelled to tell you, don't feel guilty when you have to set these boundaries, when you have to tell people not right now. If it helps, give them a little explanation. Like right now, I'm just trying to focus on myself, and I have a lot of things that I'm trying to work through and release, and I just need some time for myself right now, and I don't really have a lot of extra energy. So if you could just be understanding at this time, it would be very much appreciated. Some type of communication like that, just so people don't feel like you're abandoning them, but also gives them the understanding like, oh, well, they maybe need some space. But it also plants the seeds if they need their own personal healing, right? They might be like, well, if Virgo has the courage to go through this, maybe I should. So, we have building blocks, milk and honey, and breathe. Building blocks symbolizes building a firm foundation, a solid foundation, setting the stage for your future. Milk and honey symbolizes success, abundance, all needs being met. And breathe symbolizes just that. Breathe, contemplating, meditating, being well with oneself. What I get the sense here, Virgo, is you're kind of setting the stage right now for this foundation, setting these building blocks for you to have a successful future. And I feel like that's why you're going through this self-discovery, self-healing process, is because you know that that's where the foundation starts within ourselves. And we can't have a solid foundation with any business venture, career, family, home life if we aren't well within ourselves. So really taking this time and digging deep within yourself, doing this self-discovery process, discovering what it is that you truly want out of life, digging down a little deeper and asking why you want these things, and setting the stage for that milk and honey, right? The land of milk and honey. So, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has to say about this. The first card out, it fell out right before I picked these cards up, is the Eight of Swords in reverse. It's the guiding card. So what I see here, Virgo, is you're breaking away from toxic ties. You're releasing people, places, and things that are no longer serving. And really, that's what self-discovery, I feel like, is. Self-discovery, self-healing isn't about getting your hair cut and your nails done and bubble baths and bath bombs. That is the stuff that we do to make us feel better about this real self-healing process. But to me, self-healing is going within, digging deep, breaking away from any negative thinking patterns, any people, places, and things that trigger us to feel these ways, and moving forward into a more positive light. Okay? Understand that there's going to be a lot of grief. There's going to be a lot of anxiety through this process, because there are people that we do love that we wish would understand and be able to go the places that we need to go. But sometimes there's people that aren't meant to be where we are. There's places that we're meant to go, and these people aren't meant to go there. So having this understanding that everybody's on their own path, and releasing these ties, okay, releasing these negative thinking patterns and these people who trigger us to feel this way, that's not going to be leaving them behind forever. It very may well be, okay? But if it's family, some type of bond or relationship that you've had for a long time, such as a friend or a cousin, that these people are triggering you to have a negative thinking pattern or influencing you to do certain negative traits that you want to steer away from, you have to limit your time around these people. You have to limit your energy to these people. Our bodies are like conductors of energy. So when a person is in a negative way of thinking or has a negative mindset, that's going to rub off. And it's going to make things a lot more difficult to bear, when you have to think about stresses of starting a business, or stresses of working through building a home, something along those lines. So understanding that releasing these ties isn't necessarily saying goodbye forever, and everything happens for a reason. Now, with the Judgment card coming out as what's working in your favor, really fate is working in your favor, Virgo. This card symbolizes atonement of sins, kind of like being baptized in church, or saying your Hail Marys or whatever. It's being forgiven for what you have done or what you have caused, the emotions that you may have felt. This could very well be you. You could be forgiving somebody else for making you feel a certain way. However, I do feel like you are moving away from anything that's conflicting with where you're headed, conflicting behavior patterns, conflicting people, places, and things that are no longer serving. It's the main theme of this reading, okay? Moving away from all these negative energies, people that trigger us to think that way. Setting the stage for your future. It's a beautiful decision. So don't be afraid to cut people off. If they're triggering you or they're bringing about negative situations, then it's not necessarily cutting them off. It's limiting our energy towards the people that trigger us to feel this way. But the King of Swords is a person who is practical and isn't afraid to make swift decisions when needed. Is why I feel like there's a sense of cutting off here. Going within and working on this business venture, what you're passionate about. I feel like your business or career that you're working towards is something that you are very passionate about, okay? Don't be afraid to walk away from anything that's no longer serving. Don't feel guilty when you have to make these decisions in your life. If these people were meant to be there, they're gonna see that they had a negative effect, and they're gonna try to change these traits so you want them back around. Okay, so Virgo, that is the message that I have for you. I'm going to leave you for now. I will do an extended reading, and in the extended, we will look at a possible outcome in this. Also, maybe how to bring about this wish fulfillment a little bit faster, as well as some guidance cards. So if that's something that you're interested in, the information is in this description box below. Thank you so much, Virgo, for all your love and support. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.